Hey Gus, welcome to Metal Kaoz. I hope everything is good in your end.
Yeah, everything is great. Thank you. Good to see you again.
Absolutely. I will start with a cliche question only because you said that in the DVD. Everybody is asking you about the 20 years and if you were ever to imagine that we will be discussing about Firewind after 20 freaking years.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it? For me, it's crazy. I don't know. Maybe for other people it might not be anything, but for us it's like a personal milestone for me and also for the guys that have been there. And it's crazy to think that we've been able to do this for this long and travel around the world and play and visit many places and make all these records and still be here.
In my heart, Firewind will be always young because we did the first interview in 2005, I think. So if you don't mind, in my mind, Firewind are still young. So you have probably 2 decades more.
Yeah, I don't think we are. I don't think we are an old band. I think we're just, we're still a young band. We're not a newcomer band. We're not like a baby band, but we're like maybe more like a, what do you call it? A grown-up band.
No, we will never grow up. and Herbie said that, right? He said that rock and roll keeps you young.
Yeah, I think
so. That's about it. No, stop about talking about, no more talking about getting old.
Age.
So what was the drive to film and record a live album? It was in the same venue that you did Live Premonition.
It was the same. Actually, it was at a different location, but same venue, same management, and it was the same venue called Principal Club Theater. But it was a different location than the Live Premonition that we did 15 years ago. There was no plan to make the album, to make this Bluray. There was no plans for that. The only plan that we had, I mean, keep in mind, last year was still pandemic time, so we didn't think much of it. We were just happy to go out there and play again, and we thought, let's just do a couple of shows in Greece. It had been like 5 years since we last played, so we're like, okay, let's do these shows. It's 20 years of the band. We just had come back from the American tour that we did with Dragon Force, and we just wanted to wrap everything up in Greece, for the year. And then the guys called me from the video company, from the filming company, and they said, how about we do this again? We repeat it, and we can send our van with our crew and everything. I said, yeah, sure, why not? At least we can keep the footage or something. But then, of course, I watched the footage, and it was really good, and the band played really good when we recorded the audio. Recording audio nowadays is much easier than it was 15 years ago.
I can only imagine, yeah.
Yeah. So there I was sitting with this footage in my hands, and then I'm starting thinking, like, maybe we should do something about this. I didn't even know if a DVD or a Blu-ray thing is still a thing, but when I asked AFM Records, they thought it was a really good idea. They were really into it, and they actually told me that somehow these things are kind of making a comeback a little bit, because it's such a, because it's like a commemorative thing. So it's a limited edition thing. It's something special. It's like and it's a video concert film with the audio CD. So it's a double CD. It's a good package. So here we are.
I didn't expect you to tell me that you were not planning to release that. So
no, I mean, originally I just put up a couple of songs on a couple of videos on my YouTube channel. And what sparked the idea was I put it up on YouTube, and then I started getting a lot of comments and messages back from people going, okay, so when is this coming out? When is the DVD coming out? And then I thought, okay, originally I started thinking about doing a live stream concert like everybody was doing during the pandemic. But it was too late to start selling tickets online and then I had to find a host, like a provider who could set up the whole thing. And I wasn't really up to speed with all those things. So that idea went by, it left quickly, the whole idea of doing a live stream concert. And then of course I thought, okay, let's just keep the footage and see. Maybe we just put it up on YouTube, or maybe we are able to even do a release, some kind of small release. But yeah, it worked out better than I thought. Now we have like this cool package. Yeah.
And I think it's a good call simply because there was a decline in the DVD/Blu-ray. Now there is a gap. No one's releasing those. Did you have any challenges during or setting up the cameras? I don't know, the venue, anything?
No, actually, was everything went surprisingly smooth with the filming. The only thing that was, the director asked us, can we put a camera here and there? And then there were some spots that we just had to figure out where to place the cameras. But there were no issues whatsoever, nothing. The audio was recorded perfectly. So it came together very easy. So the only problem that we have, actually, the technical issues that we had, was that some of our special effects didn't work that day. We had some what do you call it, those CO2 jets, and a couple of them went out halfway through the show, so they didn't work. But hey, that's the rock and roll thing for you right there.
You had crowd surfing during Maniac, man, so that's more than enough.
Yeah, it was cool. There was even a small pit, I think, during the Fire and the Fury, so it was cool.
Anything you did, I know that it can be a sensitive question to ask, but I will go ahead. Did you do anything post-production? I mean, after you filmed that, did you improve anything on the audio?
Yeah, no, I mean, actually, we didn't. No, we didn't do anything. I'm proud to say that this is how the band played that day.
Amazing.
This is actually 100% real live album. As a matter of fact, I think there's a couple of notable mistakes on the guitar.
Gus notable or myself notable?
I don't know.
I don't think I can. No, man. I don't think so.
I don't know, but there's a couple of notes that I missed, and yeah, man, I left it on there. I wanted this to be a real thing, and it was the same 15 years ago when we did the DVD, the first DVD, the Live Premonition. It was the same approach.
Do you have any bonus material on the package?
No, we don't.
Okay, and how are Herbie's Greek going? I think he said something in the live, but I'm not sure I got that.
I think he just said the Yamas or something real quick.
Okay. For a moment,
I think that's all he does, because he just likes to drink his beers and his wine. So
good man. And will you have subtitles for your Greek speaking parts?
We kind of forgot to do that.
Come on.
There was I should have thought about that, but I thought about it afterwards, that I've been speaking a lot of Greek during the songs, and I forgot to add subtitles. So no, sorry. Hey. If it sounds Greek to the non-Greek speaking people, I understand.
Well, you can always set up a contest, right? What Gus is saying. Caption.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Any thoughts on having Still Raging on vinyl?
It wasn't discussed so far with the record label.
Okay.
I don't know how long it would take to set up a vinyl now. Maybe we can do it at a later date. Let's see how the Blu-ray does first, because the most important thing is the concert film.
Yeah.
In my opinion, not as much the audio release, because 10 years ago we had the audio live album for the 10 years of the band, Apotheosis.
Yes.
And that came out on vinyl, I think 2 or 3 years ago. So doing another vinyl for another live album, I'm not sure. So I'm just glad that we're getting this the Blu-ray.
Sure, but you did Between Heaven and Hell on vinyl, the re-release, so maybe you can do a small run, a short run.
Yeah,
these things were sold out already.
Yeah. Let's see. I mean, Between Heaven and Hell was like a DIY thing. I did everything in house here. I just sold everything directly through my own web shop, and yeah, I did really well. I don't know if AFM would be interested to do the vinyl for this live thing. Let's see. I think they wanted to do this package for now, and we're also focusing on the new album. But let's see how it goes.
And before
we can always bring it on vinyl later, like maybe in a couple.
Oh yes, of course. And like you said, if you do that in house, I'm sure it will be sold out in a heartbeat. Before going to my next question about the DVD, are you planning to re-release anything again in house, as you said, as you did for the Between Heaven and Hell?
I mean, this year it was the 20th anniversary of Burning Earth, the second album. So it's too late already to do something, because we have, as a 20th anniversary, we have the Blu-ray thing. So there's no plans right now to reissue anything. At least from our side. I don't know if I know the Century Media has been licensing certain titles to smaller labels, and they've been doing some stuff. I saw recently some of the Dream Evil albums were reissued. I had no idea about all those things, but as far as Firewind is concerned, I don't think anything is coming up.
Okay, fair enough. So the Blu-ray, do you know if we can get it here in the States, or it's region? Okay, good to know. So like we said off the record, the band has finished working on the new album. So when you say finished recording or finished production too, and mixing?
No, finished mix master. It's already, I already handed it to the label. It's already done. We've already filmed a couple of videos. The artwork is left now. I'm still waiting on the artwork, so that might take another month.
And the title is, you said,
I'm not gonna say until I see the final artwork.
I'm joking.
Yeah. Because it has happened before that I had a title in mind, and then the artwork didn't work out, and we had to change titles.
That's fair.
And it happened. So I decided not to say ever anything again until I have final thoughts and actual things in my hands, you know.
So how many songs should we be expecting?
We recorded 10 songs.
Okay.
Yeah, 10 new songs.
And do you have from the label any idea on when it will be released? You said 2024.
Yeah, early 24. I think the first quarter, Q1 of 2024, somewhere there.
Okay.
And you know, right now we're just putting everything together. You know, as a matter of fact, we just confirmed the first European tour in support of the new album, and I think the booking started for the US tour. Nice. So that's the idea, you know, to start touring next spring, Europe and America, and I guess we there's gonna be a lot of stuff coming up. You know, it's exciting.
It is exciting. Did filming and working for the live DVD have anything to do as far as the energy and going back to the studio to write a new album? Did it have anything to do with that? The excitement of the show, the people that came, how the live went.
I think that whole year, 2022, had a lot to do with it. The fact that all of a sudden we had no plans and everything was getting canceled. Like even our European tour was canceled last year, but some shows were saved and some festivals, and we were able to play Greece. I think the excitement started when we actually went on tour with Dragon Force. That's when we started, you know, we felt that, okay, we can do this again now. So we had one canceled tour in Europe, but then one tour actually happened in America. So then that kind of sparked the ideas of, okay, maybe we should start working on the follow-up now, and start thinking seriously about, you know, doing more, since if more gigs start coming in, we can think about the new album more and more. And but you know, all of a sudden we became very busy, you know. Then we did those shows in Greece, and then all of a sudden, you know, we had another massive European tour earlier this year. We did 2 months in Europe with Beast in Black. So we were already working on the new album, but we reached a point where we were not able to finish it on time. So we were working on it in certain parts. In segments, like we did drums first, and then we went on tour, and then some of the guitars were recorded, and then some of them were recorded in between tours. So all of a sudden, from doing nothing, it became very busy again.
Honestly, judging how the last 2 years went, that's good, being busy. And I think that North US tour had some awkwardness there, because it was not right after the COVID restrictions had ended. It was different, strange for the band and for the audience. They didn't know how to behave. It was very, very, very strange. Yeah.
And I like the first show that we did actually 2022 was in Spain. We went on a small Spanish tour. That was like the only thing we had planned originally, and we were gonna do that. And I remember the first show, was very strange, especially the first one. Like, not many people came, and the ones that were there, everybody with the masks and still not really
They didn't
knowing
know how to behave, basically.
Yeah, it was a bit strange. And then I remember, like, once we put up the first photos, like, oh, we're here, and then people were like, okay, it's happening, they're here, it's not canceled. So the next every show was more, you know, better attendance every day. So yeah.
One of my last questions. So this will be the second album with Herbie, right?
Yeah.
Did you notice anything different as far as songwriting now that you know his potential, his voice better?
Well, the thing is, we on the previous album we worked very fast. We worked very quickly. It was hectic, to be honest, because we were working under really tight deadlines, because we didn't know what was coming up, of course, but we had a very strict deadline to deliver the album, to do the videos, all the parts, and then we were going to start that tour with Symphony X originally. So I think Herbie did everything in, like, we had to work with Herbie very quickly, like in just 1 month, to write all the remaining vocal lines and lyrics and get him to record it. And then we flew him right away to Greece to do photos, videos. This time it was different. We took our time with each song. We tried different versions. So, you know, Herbie was more involved this time. He brought in more of his ideas. So me and him collaborated more on this one. And Dennis was there, as opposed to the previous couple of albums where Dennis had a more active role in writing. On this one, I think he kind of stepped back, but took more of a producer role, and he would help us to correct some lines here and there, some lyrics. He did more of a producer job rather than, you know, being too active in the songwriting department. So me and Herbie basically worked together pretty much on this, and it was good. It was very easy to work together.
That's exciting, to be honest. Last question. I think I always ask this question as a last question. What about working on another solo album? I will not say next, because, you know, you have all this stuff with Firewind. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, I want to keep doing it, of course. Especially the feedback on the last solo record was really good. And I really enjoyed doing the instrumental thing. Got really nice feedback, and I like how both my projects have sort of separated and found their way now. I mean, I like the stuff that I did my older solo albums too. There's a lot of good material, but I can understand why some people were maybe saying, oh, but why don't you do all that in Firewind? So
just because.
Well, yeah,
because I can.
I mean, well, originally the solo thing started because Firewind was on hiatus, and then Firewind came back, so I continued doing both. That's what happened. But now, yeah. I'm just saying that this is how it developed. So yeah, I mean, going back to the question, I would like to do another one. I don't know when, but we have to see how next year is unfolding.
Yep.
With a new album, with a tour. So one thing at a time, you know, I cannot wear two hats at the same time. So let's see.
And we cannot plan stuff for the future, because let's take, as you said, steps, because you never know. Gus, thank you very much for your time. We definitely see you in Chicago. So keep Chicago in your list, and stay safe, have safe travels and killer shows.
Thank you. Take it easy.